Within our missions vision and strategy, there's some values that we wanted to share with you. And I'm going to quickly hit these. And so they're in that little booklet, and we're going to throw them on the screen here. And today we're going to talk about some of these. In fact, the first one, the gospel. And so our core values, one of those is the gospel. That is sharing the good news, sharing the message of Jesus Christ in a way that it will bring life transformation. And so that's center, and I'll say this a little bit later, but that is the centerpiece of everything that we do with mission. It is our reason for being. I think it's at the heart of what Jesus was called to do. Then there's compassion. And we want all that we do with mission to be compassionate and in a way that empowers people in need. You hear people about, well, it's just, giving people a handout. It's not about giving a handout. It really, and maybe you've heard this, it's about giving a hand up. It's about encouraging and empowering people. If you've ever been on the end where you've had to receive, it's encouraging when you're empowered and you're strengthened by the gift that's there. And, we have the opportunity to do that this morning with these families that we mentioned. Generosity, which is another core value, which we're hoping in this series and throughout the years, and Glad Tidings has been an incredibly generous church, and we're grateful for that. But we're hoping that it will become a culture. It will just, we often say, we can't outgive God, and that's so true because God has done so much in our lives. We can't outgive Him. We can't give to gain His love, but we're praying that a culture of generosity will be developed within our church. Also, a part of the values is action. So much of missions we think of, well, it's a program, it's something I hear at church, I come in, I hear an update of what's going on around the world, but really our heart is that this series will inspire us, every one of us, to action. To not just hear about missions and to give to missions, which is very important, but also to be a part of it. We want to create a personal connection to the causes and to the values and to the people we're trying to reach. And then partnership. This is one of the words that I feel like God is speaking to our church. As a growing church and as a larger church, you can begin to think like, well, we've got to create it all. We've got to do it all. And we don't. It's not about us, amen? It's about Christ. And quite honestly, it's about what God is doing. Really the goal for us at Glad Tidings is to find out what are you doing and how can we be a part of it? And so in partnership, we want to partner to those people, our missionaries around the world that God is using in an amazing way. We want to partner here locally with ministries that are helping us to extend our reach, to come alongside what they're doing. And so those are the core values. Then there's also, just on the next page, the causes, very quickly. And there's basically three of them. Three causes that we want to be involved in. It's evangelism, compassion, and justice. All right? And in the coming weeks, in fact, the teaching I'll be doing in 2 weeks, and then the following is compassion and justice. The next 2 weeks, we want to talk about evangelism.